Welcome to another edition of Bernard Baseball. In this episode, we are going to try to flip a baseball card and make a bunch of money. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to buy an old baseball card on eBay and then get it professionally graded and then resell it on eBay for a big profit. So we've never done this before. This is our first time trying this. We've never flipped any cards. And we didn't even really set out to do this initially. It just kind of came about by chance. What happened was we got a little bit of Easter money. Josh, of course, blew all of his money immediately. Anytime he gets money, he buys old baseball cards with it. And then after that, he's out of money. So what's he do then, Noah?
He's asked probably me or you for money.
Yeah, he starts harassing his family members for money. He started harassing Noah for money.
You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
That's not how it happened. I wanted to help Noah buy a Babe Ruth card.
Yeah, so what happened when Noah wouldn't give him any money, then the next best thing, he tried to get Noah to buy cards that he likes so he can look at them when they come in the mail. So Noah saves all his money, don't you?
Yeah. I'm
Noah?
not spending it this way, boy.
How much money do you have, Noah?
Like $470 in paper money.
He has $470 in paper money plus change. So Josh said, Noah, why don't you go buy an old 1930s Gowdy Babe Ruth card? You probably have enough money. So we started looking online for them.
Yeah, and I refused.
And they're not $470 anyways.
Like $1,000.
The lowest priced ones we could find were like $1,000. But we noticed that the cheapest card for $1,000 actually looked to be in very good condition.
Yeah, and we could flip it.
So we thought, hey, why don't we buy this, get it professionally graded, and resell it, because some of the ones that were graded that were selling for more money than this card didn't seem to be quite as nice. So on a whim, we just kind of decided, hey, let's buy this card, send it into PSA and get it graded, and then go resell it on eBay and see if we can make a bunch of money on it. So this is the card right here. This is a 1935 card with Babe Ruth on it. It's an original.
It also has Robin Maryville, Hall of Famer.
And the guy was asking $1,000 or best offer, so I sent him a message offering $900, and he immediately accepted. Turned out to be $900 plus $10 for shipping, and there's a 6% sales tax too, so it came into $964. So we were hoping this card comes in at a PSA 4, because we saw a PSA 4 sold for $1,700 on eBay, and you know ours is ungraded, but we think we could get a 4 for it. We think if we get a 3, we're going to lose a little bit of money on this deal.
And if you get high,
you're going to lose so much money because, first of all, you spent $900. You don't even know whenever you go get it graded what it's going to come back at. And, oh, no, it's going to be a 4. You don't know that. Did you even... you don't even know. You don't know what you're going to get.
We were looking at some of these cards that were graded. There's a... What was there? There was a 2.5.
Who's we? You and a 10-year-old?
There was a 2.5, and our card clearly looked better than that. So we're gonna get at least a 3.
Listen, you are seeing a card through a screen, first of all. So you decided, oh, that looks amazing. The guy that's selling it isn't going to show you some piss poor thing that's $1,000. As soon as you automatically said, I'll give you $900 for it, he's like, yes, thank God. Another idiot on the hook. Thank God. I can't believe you spent all this money on here. I swear to God. This is the stupidest thing you guys could possibly have done. I come out here, I'm trying to live my life, clean this house up, fucking feed the kids, and then clean cats' messes and all that people do, and then you're down here spending all this money on baseball cards. This is insane. Like, this is the dumbest thing you've ever done. I can't... Having me go meet some moron in the middle of quarantine is one thing, but now you're spending all of this money for what? What if you can't sell it? Then what? We just have this freaking card here that's worth not $1,000, not $1,000, and then what? It's just gonna sit in a box somewhere. You never done this before, so you just think that, oh, hey, I have a great idea. Let's start with the highest number card we can that costs the most money and see if we can get money back on it. Why don't you start a little bit lower?
We're not gonna flip some chintzy common here, man.
Well, that's how you get.
You gotta go big if you want to make some real money
and do anything with it.
Josh thought it was a good deal.
Yeah, I
that's
bet.
a good deal.
Yeah,
I bet.
he always
He doesn't
thinks
have
it's
any
a
money.
good deal
He
because
doesn't
he
have
has
any
no
money. So sure, it's a great deal. This guy's gonna buy it, and then if we don't sell it, I get to keep it. Hey, let's tell Dad. Let's go buy these cards. And the idiot did it before. Let's go do it again. $1,000. Let's see if we get them for $3,000 this time. Let's go. I'm done with this. Idiots.
Okay, well, the card has arrived in the mail. I just had to sign for it this morning. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully this thing's in good shape and we can turn around and flip it and make some cash.
Okay, it's open.
Josh finally got it open here.
Card's coming out. Okay. Open it.
It's a really fun.
What is it?
And here it is. Marinville Roof.
Look on the back.
It's in a screw down holder.
Look on the back.
See the back, Josh. Flip it around. It appears to be in as good or better than it looked online.
Yeah.
Hold on.
2 Hall of Famers on the same card.
What do you think about the condition, Josh?
It's pretty good.
This is a sweet card.
What do you think, Noah?
Good.
Barry, what do you think?
It's awesome!
So, Josh, you have some graded cards. What do you think as far as what this is going to grade out at?
I've seen some 5s with like a little bit of corner wear and stuff.
So you're saying a 5's even a possibility here on this.
Yeah, maybe a 4.
Let me
4 or
see.
5.
So now we're up, and it's not 3 or 4. We're at 4 or 5 now.
Mhm.
That's what we want to hear. Okay. So
Let me
we think we scored here, man. We think.
You touch the
Let me
back.
see it one more time. Let's get it. Yeah, put it up on the stand.
Paid $900 for this.
Yeah, it was not. It was $964 with the shipping and the tax. The sales tax is what got us. This card's a winner. We got this is at least a 4. We might even get very lucky and get a 5, but we're probably gonna get a 4. I'd be surprised.
If we go 5.
No, I'd be surprised if we got a 3. I can smell a 5 in this. I can smell a 4 or 5.
Marinville is actually a Hall of Famer. I have a 33
Yeah.
Galley card of him.
Let me see the cards.
They actually use the same pictures as a 33 Galley and a 35 Galley.
Okay, now it's time to send this card off to PSA to get graded here. We're on the PSA website. They have an online submission center. It says they are experiencing a very high volume of submissions right now, and it's going to take 3 to 4 extra weeks on top of the regular submission times. So it looks like for any card over $1,000 in value, you have to use the express service, which is $75, and it's 15 business days. So 15 business days plus 3 to 4 weeks, we should get this card back. It's going to cost $75 though to get it graded. So PSA made us create an account online, and I registered, and I told them what card I was submitting, and they gave us a form to print out. I printed this form out, and we're going to mail this in with the card. All right, now put the Babe Ruth in there. Fold that over it.
Be careful.
Hey, Barry. Seal it good. All right,
There we go.
off to the post office, man. Smells like money in this envelope. Okay, so we just got the package back today in the mail from PSA. It's actually only 2 weeks since I mailed it. So that's remarkably fast. We expected it to take a lot longer. So it's back, and we're about to find out if we got the PSA 4 grade that we're hoping for here. Okay. All right, let's see it.
Yeah, I'm opening it.
Okay, come on. What is it? What is it? Pull it out, Josh. What is it?
Alright.
They didn't
It's
grade
recolored.
it.
It's got recolored.
They didn't grade it.
It's altered.
Recolored. They refused to grade it.
Okay,
What the heck, man?
they owe us money.
What do you mean it was recolored? Where? Well, this is why you don't buy a graded an ungraded card.
Recolored.
Recolored.
Great.
free bubble wrap. Everybody loves that.
Paid all this money to get this to tell us it was recolored. So now we got an ungraded card we can't sell.
Well, we're not grading.
Where is it? Let me try to see it.
We ended up going online and doing some research and reading up on what recoloring is. And, you know, what we found out is what people will sometimes do is if they have a card like this black bordered Nolan Ryan card here and it gets worn down and you start seeing, you know, white edges and white corners, they'll take something like a marker or a paint pen or something and try to color in those areas to make the card look a lot better. Here's another example here. They said this is a really obvious example of someone who colored in the corner of an orange card. So we then took a closer look at our card and took it out of the plastic and looked at it under a bright light, and we still couldn't find any evidence of any recoloring on the card. You know, you can see by looking at it, the corners, especially the bottom corners, they're pretty worn. There's chipping on the sides. I mean, if somebody did do some recoloring, they really missed a lot of spots, and I didn't see any evidence of any kind of recoloring whatsoever to the naked eye that I could detect. And it really does seem odd to me that if somebody did recolor it, they would have left so many areas, you know, untouched. So I have no idea what PSA is talking about, but, you know, they're supposedly the experts. So I also came across this posting online where this guy said he pulled a Shaq rookie card straight from a pack that he opened and then sent it to PSA, but they sent it back claiming it was recolored when, you know, obviously it wasn't. So it is possible maybe this card wasn't recolored, and PSA, since they're so backed up with submissions right now, you know, rather than just doing their job and thoroughly examining the card, they glanced at it, they saw something they didn't like with the naked eye and just, you know, slapped a sticker on it and rejected it and sent it back. You know, took the easy way out kind of. So I ended up contacting the seller on eBay. He claims that he bought the card himself about 20 years ago from a pretty well-respected dealer, and, you know, he didn't have anything to do with recoloring it himself. I did have to argue with the seller back and forth a little bit, but he did end up agreeing to refund my purchase price. So I sent the card back, got a full refund. We did lose out on, of course, the grading fees and shipping the card back to him. Well, you know, we knew going into this that this was going to be a gamble, that we might lose a little bit of money, and we're going to lose a little bit of money on the grading and the shipping fees. We knew that if we didn't get a PSA 4 grade back, if we just got a 3 back, we'd possibly lose a little money anyways, about this amount. So we knew it was a gamble. It had some good upside. It didn't pay off.
I think the final lesson here is be careful when you're buying high dollar raw cards off eBay.
Please take our Phil, subscribe to our channel, and turn on that notification bell. But not baseball. Peace out.
Yeah!